20-point win for Hawthorn over St Kilda at Marvel Stadium tonight. And this game probably went about as you'd expect. Saints were probably in the fight up until around half-time. Then Hawthorn kept them at that 20-point margin for the rest of the game. But two headline acts out of this. One was the return of the skipper, James Sicily, who was sort of in it and did what he needed to do without setting the world on fire. And Josh Battle playing against his old side.
Yeah, the story around Sicily, not so much what he did, but the fact that he's back out there on the park, and he is a big key cog, obviously the captain of the club. And that man, Battle playing against his old club. He got the boos, as you'd expect, coming up against your old club, and his ability to really make an impact. Some of his ball use, which we'll see coming up in a minute, his ability to impact in the air, but then feed the ball out of the back half. That's why they got him. Beautiful ball use from Josh Battle. And you see him, you see Barras down there as well, and now Sicily back, as well as Jarman Impey, Carl Amon as well. Their ball use and their ability to defend is only going to get better and better with the addition of James Sicily back in this side. Another
great storyline that's been emerging over the last 3 to 4 weeks is Max Hall at St Kilda. And what a great story he is. He was dropped from Box Hill's preliminary final side in 2023, and his VFL career appeared at a crossroads. He got back over the summer, got himself picked up in the mid-season draft in 2024, and he's just setting the world on fire at St Kilda over the last few weeks.
He is, and the last few weeks of his game have been extremely impressive, and tonight even more impressive. So he had the 27 disposals. He impacted all over the ground, 13 of those contested, 9 score involvements, over 580 metres gained. He had 5 clearances to go with his 3 goals as well. So having impact all around the ground, and if you're not familiar with the name, watch him over the next few weeks, because he's someone that is really impacting all across the ground for the St Kilda Football Club.
From a Saint in his 16th game to a Saint in his 2nd game, Alex Tauru, one of the most hyped picks out of last year's draft. This moment was his moment tonight, and he's been showing a few glimpses of what he can be in the future.
Yeah, well, last week he had 14 spoils, so he decided this week that he'd just go back and clunk him, and he's very impressive. They call him the Flying Viking, and you can absolutely see why in his 2nd game. That was in the forward half. He played mostly in the defensive half last week, so the future is bright. You add Max Hall into that, as well as Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller, someone that they need to keep at this football club. He had the 43 disposals tonight. 33 of those were kicks, so sometimes you see players accumulate a whole lot and not have a whole lot of impact on the game. That's not what Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller is all about. Over 1,000 metres gained, 11 score involvements. So his bargaining power now at St Kilda or with other clubs is just increasing.